There I was, standing over the toilet and concentrating with every ounce of my being, trying to pee. I was used to having a weak flow, but this was different. There was absolutely nothing coming out, and the pain was becoming unbearable. Then, all of a sudden...
Doctor, what's happening to my husband?
Ma'am, your husband's prostate is so swollen, we're going to have to manually shove a catheter up his urethra and drain it. We don't have much time.
The things you're about to hear are so embarrassing and bizarre, yet with the help of God would lead to the discovery of an all-natural 5-second bedtime switch. So classified you've never heard of it before now. A bedtime switch so simple, yet so powerful that since its discovery is now being used by over 44,000 men, doing it in bed for just 5 seconds each night to immediately shrink an enlarged prostate, skyrocket testosterone levels, and even bring back rock-hard and lasting erections. A simple solution that every man dealing with prostate and manhood issues desperately needs to know and can start doing tonight. Something that has been kept hidden from you until now and has been scientifically proven to immediately start relieving years of damage and eliminating painful and annoying issues. And it works. No matter how severe your prostate problems are, no matter how long you've had them, and it makes no difference whether you're 35 or 85 years old. This simple 5-second switch will start working immediately, the very first night you do it. And within a matter of weeks, you'll have a smooth, easy, and carefree bathroom trips that leave your bladder empty and relieved. You'll experience rock-hard and lasting erections again as your libido and testosterone levels skyrocket like that of a 21-year-old. Just imagine, no more having to wait several minutes concentrating, straining, trying to urinate. No more dribbling after urination, weak flow, and that terrible feeling like you didn't quite get it all out will finally be gone. No more dreadful nights of waking up 5, 6, and even 7 times standing over the toilet in pain, trying to relieve yourself. You'll have more energy, sleep will be deep and refreshing, muscle aches and joint pain will vanish, and you'll even burn away stubborn belly fat as you leave friends and family in awe at the new you as you take back control over your health and ultimately your life. Listen, if you're feeling skeptical right now, I get it. I felt the exact same way when I first heard about this, but what you're about to hear and discover over the next 4 minutes and 7 seconds will shock you and leave you angry, wondering why your doctor and other medical experts have been keeping this life-saving and incredibly simple 5-second bedtime switch from you. But the truth is, your doctor has never even heard about this because this solution has been intentionally kept secret from you and buried because of what it exposes. You see, there's a reason why everything you've tried in the past, like herbal supplements, medication, and all of the other expert advice may have helped temporarily, but ultimately didn't do anything to fix and attack the real issue. The reason I can speak with such conviction and certainty is because in the next few moments, you'll hear from a top urologist and renowned expert in men's health who has treated top athletes, Hollywood celebrities, and even heads of state, but because of this discovery, was forced to go underground. And today, for the first time ever since being silenced, we'll risk it all and reveal the real root cause behind all of your prostate troubles, low testosterone, and tanking libido. The identity of what scientists are now calling the prostate parasite that now groundbreaking studies from places like Harvard University, UCL Medical School in London, and Johns Hopkins University found it's growing and multiplying rapidly every day, unchecked, uncontested, swimming around in your body, especially in men over 40. Something that is completely wreaking havoc on your reproductive organs and causing your prostate to swell up like a balloon, your testosterone levels to plummet, and now is proven to be the overwhelming cause of ED in 87% of men, and something that scientists warn could lead to an unexpected and total shutdown of your urethra if left untreated, which could mean emergency prostate surgery. At this exact moment, despite what you've been led to believe or been told, large prostate and other humiliating manhood problems have little to do with age, genetics, lifestyle, or any of the other common excuses we've been given. Don't worry though, the solution is unlike anything you've ever seen. It's so simple. All it takes is 5 seconds each night while laying in bed. Quick and unique, all-natural 5-second switch that within mere minutes will begin eliminating and removing this deadly parasite from your body, permanently restoring a healthy prostate, boosting testosterone and sex drive, skyrocketing energy levels, and even burning away belly fat. A bedtime switch that works whether you're 30 years old or 80 years old, suffering from minor urination problems. Or even if you've been dealing with an enlarged prostate for months, years, or even decades, and it makes no difference what runs in the family or your genetics. Over 44,000 men are doing this each night before bed. The same men who tried every herbal remedy on the market like palmetto, lycopene, zinc supplements, took every over-the-counter and prescribed medication like Flomax and Avodart, and tried every recommendation their doctor gave them, desperate, looking for relief, but always ending up disappointed and hopeless that nothing would help.
A buddy of mine showed this to me, and I admit, first I was hesitant, because I've tried everything out there to fix my issues.
After trying this 5-second switch, my life has changed dramatically.
This has worked better for me than anything else I've ever tried, including medications.
And nothing has ever worked. But this has been an answered prayer, because I'm actually sleeping through the entire night now.
I'm sleeping better, I have more energy, my body feels stronger, and my bladder finally feels empty. I feel like myself again. And my wife, she's noticed a difference too.
It is so simple, and I felt a difference after the very first time I tried it. I'm just grateful I gave it a shot, because now I feel like I have freedom for the first time in my life in a very, very long time.
My bathroom trips have become easy. After so many years of pain and disappointment, I'd recommend this to any man.
This has been a game changer for me.
Every day, I get messages and emails flooding my inbox from men just like these from all over the world, in total shock, and some still in disbelief that this simple 5-second bedtime switch worked so well for them and continues to do so each night. Now, I want you to take a minute and think about how this could work for you and the incredible changes it could make in your life. Just take a moment and think about what it would be like to have control again. Control over your bladder, over your prostate, over your manhood, and over your entire life and health in a way that you never thought possible. No more useless Amazon supplements or dangerous side effect-filled drugs. No more crippling thoughts in the back of your mind about your prostate continuing to grow until your only options become potentially life-threatening surgeries like TURP, laser surgery, or worse, complete prostate removal. Instead, you'll be overflowing with energy as you wake up each morning, refreshed, strolling to the toilet, emptying your bladder completely as you go about your day feeling like a new man with your testosterone flowing and your sex drive turbo boosting. And because this bedtime switch targets the real and scientifically proven root cause of your prostate and manhood issues, once you heal your prostate, it stays that way forever. The truth is, you've never heard about this solution before, I can guarantee it. The main reason for this is that big, greedy pharmaceutical and supplement companies who only care about turning a profit are fiercely doing everything in their power to take this video down and keep it hidden, as their entire business relies on you constantly looking for an answer. Taking over the counter and prescribed medication to treat the symptoms, but never addressing the real issue? I don't know how else to say it. Time is ticking, and I'm not sure how much longer we have. Listen carefully and pay attention to the end of this short video, because it may just save your life and someone you know. In the following banned presentation, you'll be shocked to learn the identity of a newly discovered prostate parasite, the scientific root cause of your swollen prostate that has absolutely nothing to do with your age, genetics, lifestyle, diet, or anything else they made you believe. The same reason why some men can urinate with ease and have a healthy flow even into their 80s and can sleep through the night, while you have a weak flow and dribble and have to get up 5 and 6 times a night, straining while barely anything comes out. You'll be blown away when you learn about the simple 5-second bedtime switch that completely eliminates and flushes out this deadly prostate inflaming parasite. And you'll learn the exact step-by-step process so you can follow along and start doing it right now in your own home. You'll see firsthand all of the studies from top medical schools and hospitals from around the world that can verify everything I'm saying and why this 5-second switch is so effective. It's time to break free and stop being a prisoner of prostate and manhood troubles once and for all. Are you up for it? Before we go any further, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is John Thompson, and I'm no medical expert, health nut, or internet doctor here to use big words or try to make myself sound smart. I'm just a 56-year-old high school history teacher from Indiana. And the only reason you're even seeing this video today, my story, which will probably sound very familiar to a lot of yours out there, led me to a miracle. And I never use that word lightly, but that's exactly what happened. You see, it all began when I started getting into my 40s and I started noticing some issues I was having when I tried to urinate, which just years earlier never even crossed my mind. The first thing that I noticed was the frequent urge I had to urinate at night. In the beginning, it wasn't every night, and if I did wake up, it was only once or twice throughout the night, which at the time only seemed like a minor inconvenience. But after a few years, that minor inconvenience of waking up a few nights, getting out of bed once or twice soon turned into every single night. And instead of getting out of bed once or twice, I was eventually waking up 5, 6, and even 7 times throughout the night with the overwhelming urge to pee. Having to wake up so much wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't for the fact that over time, my urine flow got weaker until it got so bad to the point that no matter how hard I concentrated or how much I pushed, my stream got so feeble that I would end up wetting my socks in pitch black of the night from dribbling because I couldn't even make it to the toilet. Every day, my bladder felt like a big water balloon with a tiny pinhole in it that only let out a pitiful amount of urine each time and never felt empty. I would end up visiting my doctor multiple times over the next few years, with him finally diagnosing me with BPH, or benign prostatic hyperplasia. It felt like every time I left his office, I was being prescribed some new medication, things like Lomax and Rapaflo, which are some of the most popular alpha blockers on the market. But you'll find out here shortly why most, if not all of these medications are ineffective, dangerous, and potentially life-threatening for someone with an enlarged prostate. At this point, I was officially a prisoner to my prostate, and every day revolved around my bladder. Every time I went out, I had to worry about drinking too many liquids, and it became second nature to me to know exactly where the closest bathroom was. As embarrassed as I am to admit it, it was during these years that my marriage nearly fell apart. I didn't know it then, but this prostate parasite, which you will discover its true identity in the next few minutes, increases ED in men by up to 87%, and that's exactly what happened to me. I was already losing my self-confidence by the day, and my poor wife Angie was doing everything she could to help, but our sex life completely went dry because of my inability to perform. And any intimacy we had all but vanished. I was quickly losing hope that I would ever get better and never be able to enjoy my life again. Then 11 months ago, it all came to a crashing halt. I was on a camping trip with my son, and as much as I tried to enjoy it, my prostate wouldn't let me. I felt the same old feelings of having to urinate frequently and the constant discomfort anytime I tried. Then, on the last day of our trip, it happened. I'd gotten to the point where even if I stood for an hour concentrating and straining, trying my best to pee, absolutely nothing was coming out. As the day rolled on, the worse and more severe my pain was becoming until my son and I were in the middle of a hike and out of nowhere, I dropped to the ground like dead weight. My son ran for help, but we were so far out, I had to be evacuated in a helicopter to the nearest hospital. I was rushed into emergency surgery where doctors had to manually shove a catheter up my urethra to drain my prostate, which was moments away from total collapse. The worst part about it all was that while the doctors were doing all of this, I was fully awake and conscious because they had to act so fast they didn't even have time to sedate me. It was the most painful, humiliating, and scariest day of my life. I was thankful to be alive, and as I lay in that hospital bed the next day recovering, my thoughts turned dark and I began to fill up with anger. Angry because my prostate had almost cost me my life. Angry that for the past several years, I had become a prisoner to my bladder and manhood was being robbed from me. My marriage was falling apart and I couldn't see a way out. I'd taken every medication my doctor had prescribed to me, which you're about to find out why most, if not all of them, do more harm than good. I tried all of the useless herbal supplements you can buy on Amazon, and I didn't have money to afford the $30,000 prostate surgery, which had no guarantee of helping. It could actually make things worse. Was this it for me? Was this going to be my life until I die? Confined to sticking a rubber tube up my penis, insecure and feeling like a constant burden to my family. I thought to myself in despair. I didn't know what else to do. And that night, I prayed to God for a miracle. What happened the next day was the single most bizarre, eye-opening moment of my life and the breakthrough I needed. And the one that every man over the age of 35 who doesn't want to end up with a giant prostate needs as well. The next morning, I woke up and went through the same routine of nurses coming in and tests being run and IVs being given. I was still very tired and recovering my strength. So when everyone was out of the room, I decided that I would take a nap and try to rest. No sooner than 3 minutes had gone by than all of a sudden, I hear my son run into the room and yell, "Watch this, Dad. You have to watch this." Jacob handed me his phone in excitement. "What am I looking at here?" I asked him, squinting at the phone.
Leaving court today is Dr. David Hoffman, a 63-year-old, world-renowned urologist and expert in men's health, who claims every man suffering from prostate and other manhood issues can be cured, and that, quote, greedy pharmaceutical companies are hiding the truth from you. Named in the lawsuit are two of the biggest pharmaceutical companies with billions of dollars in revenue, where Dr. Hoffman had previously worked for over 20 years as a top researcher and consultant, before trying to go public with the truth. However, today, the pharmaceutical companies again won in court and again actioned another cease and desist, his fourth this year. Dr. Hoffman has already spent a small fortune fighting them for the right to reveal what he calls the biggest discovery in solving the prostate epidemic in history.
I listened to the rest of this broadcast. I couldn't help feel like this was my answered prayer. But I knew the first step was somehow finding a way to speak with Dr. Hoffman. It was a long shot, but I sent messages to his office every day for over a month until he finally agreed to meet. He was a very serious man, but had a good sense of humor and was very genuine. He told me all about his upbringing in a town in Israel called Tel Aviv. He told me about his fascination with the prostate and men's health and his practice in Israel before being recruited over to the United States by some of the biggest pharmaceutical companies to be a consultant. As he explained the wonders of the human body and how complex it was, I told him about my emergency hospital visit with my prostate moments away from total collapse, and about how my bladder was keeping me a prisoner, how it affected every part of my life and my family too. I begged him for his secret, and if there was anything I could do where years of medications, herbal remedies, and traditional advice had failed me. And what Dr. Hoffman said over the next few minutes completely blew my mind. First, John, you need to understand that none of this is your fault, he said. You see, the moment your bathroom trips start to become a little more frequent or slightly more uncomfortable than usual, you're encouraged to try taking supplements and over-the-counter medication or switching up your diet or changing your lifestyle. Sound familiar? The issue here, from this point forward, you're destined to never actually shrink your prostate or fix the underlying issue. That's how big pharmaceutical companies and these huge supplement companies make billions each year. They've been designed to only mask symptoms and never address the root problem, and in turn, keep you coming back, buying their solutions day after day, month after month, never better, just frustrated. All you hear is, it's a part of aging, or it all comes down to genetics, conditioning you to accept the fact that your enlarging prostate is just a part of life, or your low libido and plummeting testosterone levels, normal problems for older men. I'm not disputing that aging and genetics does have some effect. The role they actually play is minuscule compared to what we've recently discovered. Have you ever wondered why some men never deal with prostate troubles, or overflowing with youthful energy and even have a flourishing sex life into their 70s? While the majority of men, no matter how hard they try, like clockwork, start to deal with prostate and other manhood issues as soon as they get into their 40s? He asked in a rhetorical tone. So, next time someone tells you that all your prostate and manhood troubles are just a part of getting older, or your genetics or lifestyle is the reason to blame, think again, because it actually has nothing to do with any of those things, as you'll hear from Dr. Hoffman in a second. Before I tell you how to rapidly shrink your prostate, boost libido, and skyrocket testosterone levels in just 5 seconds every night before bed, I need you to understand why everything you've tried in the past has just ended up in money spent and disappointment, he said assuringly. As I told you from the beginning, this is not your fault, and that's because you've been completely lied to, as I'm about to show you right now. So, I just want to quickly review the current options on the market for men with prostate troubles and what dangers they pose not only to your prostate, but also to your overall health. First of all, there's medical prostate management. Please notice, management, not treatment. This means managing the problem, not actually eliminating it, and by now, most likely you've already heard or even used alpha blockers such as Flomax, Uroxetrol, Cardura, or Apaflow, just to name a few. These are supposed to make the prostate muscles smooth and help with urination. Next, you have the 5 alpha reductase inhibitors such as Proscar or Avodart. These medications should shrink your prostate by preventing hormonal changes that cause prostate growth. Is this the end of the problem? Of course not, Dr. Hoffman said emphatically. Here's what you must absolutely know. According to a shocking recent underground study carried out by Northwestern University, of 37,000 men taking the most popular prostate medications, the research team found 2 major problems hidden from the public. Firstly, they discovered that the effects of the medication stop the very same moment you stop taking them. Because, and here's something that many of my fellow urologists don't want to admit, alpha blockers do not actually reduce the size of the prostate. Instead, what they do is relax the muscles around the bladder and prostate, which will temporarily improve the urine flow. So, you start taking these, you notice an increase in your peeing volume, and you say, hey, this stuff works. What actually happens is that your prostate tissue will continue to increase in time until these drugs won't be effective anymore. Basically, what I'm saying is that over time, your body becomes dependent on these chemical solutions, and in turn, they become less and less effective as your body builds a tolerance to them, while at the same time, never addressing the root cause, just masking it. This means that you'll be dependent for all of your life on this, and instead of treating the problem, you just put on a Band-Aid. Is this a viable solution? Of course not. Now, the second problem they discovered is the horrible side effects of taking these drugs. Think about it like this. You're putting chemicals in you for years, which are actually targeting the most treasured part of your body as a man, the reproductive system. How can something good come out of this? I'll answer that for you. It can't, he said assuringly. In fact, this same study discovered that 87% of all participants experienced drowsiness, nausea, diarrhea, headaches, decreased libido, trouble breathing, chest pain, and shortness of breath. The very same medication doctors all over the world have or will prescribe any man who shows signs of an enlarged prostate. Do you see the problem here? Not to mention, countless other studies found that these medications severely interrupt your body's ability to produce testosterone, meaning your need and desire to have sex disappear. And when that happens, your sex life is over. Now, let's talk about the more holistic approach like palmetto or zinc supplements. While I'm not doubting some of these supplements are good and can have a positive effect on your body, when it comes to shrinking your prostate or fixing the underlying issue, they have little to zero effect. As a matter of fact, in 2020, the Medical Research Center in Montreal, Canada, published a comprehensive study of these supplements and found that they only had an 11% efficacy rate in positive results. Meaning, not only do they not address the root issue, but they also only have an 11% chance of having any positive result in your body. And don't even get me started on the "you need to change your diet" or "maybe a lifestyle change would help" type of advice, he exclaimed. Do you want to know the truth, John? You see, the only difference between you and the millions of other men over 40 suffering from prostate problems, low libido, and plummeting testosterone levels compared to men who are well into their 70s who still have perfectly healthy prostates, high testosterone levels, and strong libido has absolutely nothing to do with age, genetics, or lifestyle. I know that because in just a moment, I'll reveal the identity of the one groundbreaking, newly discovered deadly single-celled prostate parasite known as microfilaria that hundreds of clinical studies found is abundant and swimming around in men with prostate troubles, low testosterone levels, and ED, and almost non-existent in men with healthy prostates, as well as the simple 5-second bedtime switch you can do right now to completely eliminate and expel it from your body instantly and finally enjoy a strong flow, empty bladder, and skyrocketing testosterone levels. Parasite that until recently we had no idea even existed. In 2022, a secret groundbreaking study was done by the Mayo Clinic that observed a group of 450,000 men, the biggest ever of its kind, all ranging from 35 to 85 years of age, coming from all different backgrounds and lifestyles. Those suffering from prostate issues like weak flow, dribbling, and the frequent need to urinate, to full-blown BPH, and even folks with prostate cancer. The only difference between those who suffered from prostate troubles compared to those who didn't came down to one singular thing. Scientists found that this prostate parasite was 400% more active and present in the people with enlarged prostates compared to the participants with healthy ones. Scientists still aren't sure where this parasite comes from, but have figured out what it does once it finds its way into your system. It first enters the body through the digestive system, then makes its way down to the reproductive organs and uses the prostate gland as its host. Once in the prostate, it remains in the form of latent tissue cysts which cause the prostate tissue to swell up like a balloon and in turn suffocates and blocks urine flow through the urethra. not only wreaking havoc on the prostate, but scientists also discovered this dangerous parasite directly attacks the nerve signals that run from your brain into your scrotum, specifically the part that controls testosterone function. Meaning, when this parasite floods your body and starts multiplying, it's not just an enlarged prostate that you have to worry about. Eventually, if not treated, low sex drive, hair loss, lack of energy, weight gain, and other serious medical conditions follow. Study after study proving this poisonous little parasite is scientifically proven to be the real root cause of prostate problems, falling testosterone levels, low libido, and a myriad of other health afflictions in men. And for those men you see in their 70s with strong, healthy prostate and high testosterone levels aren't special. Their body has just learned how to properly eliminate this parasite, he concluded. It all makes sense. So what you're telling me is that if I or any man suffering from prostate and other manhood issues wants freedom, we just have to get rid of this parasite? Exactly, Dr. Hoffman said with a smile. Well, how do I do that? Where would I start? I asked, slightly irritated. Dr. Hoffman paused for a second and then told me to get out a pen and paper, and he began to read off a list of weird-sounding plants, herbs, and spices I'd never heard of before. Many years ago, I gave this to them and trusted them with it, said Dr. Hoffman, but they hid it from those who needed it most and forced me into silence. But no more. Every man suffering from prostate issues deserves to know this secret and finally reclaim their manhood again. Eat it and see for yourself. I have to go. They may be listening, he said. As soon as we said our goodbyes, I was on my laptop researching this odd recipe. First on the list were the leaves from a tropical fruit native to the Caribbean islands called soursop. These power-packed leaves have been used for thousands of years by indigenous Native American tribes to treat urinary tract infections, increase sperm production, and boost libido. It also helps lower cholesterol and aids in regulating blood sugar levels in people with diabetes. But more importantly, a 2022 study published in the International Journal of Men's Health found that soursop is one of the only naturally occurring compounds on Earth to flush out the deadly prostate parasite known as microfilaria. In fact, the same study, which observed 40,000 men, all different ages, each with differing degrees of prostate-related issues, were given soursop leaves every morning at breakfast for a minimum of 90 days. Can you guess the results? On average, each participant was tested and found to have had 98% of this prostate parasite completely cleansed from their bodies, with 93% of all patients reporting strong urine flow, less frequency to urinate, and significantly more comfort while urinating, being the first time for some in over a decade. Now, don't go spending your life savings on soursop leaves just yet, because second on Dr. Hoffman's list was a bizarre and exotic substance found only in the Amazon rainforest, a woody vine called cat's claw bark. This potent and wild bark is exploding in anti-inflammatory properties, as well as its amazing ability to remove toxins from the body. It has been used in traditional medicine to treat various conditions such as gastric and inflammatory disorders as well. Overflowing with antioxidants, it has been used in stomach issues, infections, and healing for generation. And the best part? A study in molecular biology shows cat's claw bark is extremely effective at removing parasites from the prostate within 5 minutes of being consumed. Can you imagine the results of combining soursop leaves and cat's claw bark together? But it doesn't stop there, because next was stinging nettle leaf, which the University Health Center in British Columbia found helps detox harmful parasites' reproductive organs, specifically microfilaria, also known as the prostate parasite. Stinging nettle leaf's other benefits are huge. Praised for its treatment of soothing muscle aches, eczema, arthritis, gout, anemia, with many doctors also using it to treat urinary problems during the early stages of an enlarged prostate. In fact, stinging nettle leaf is used widely in Europe to treat BPH because of its effectiveness at relieving symptoms such as reduced urinary flow, incomplete emptying of the bladder, post-urination dripping, and constant urge to urinate. Next we have Pygeum africanum bark, derived from an evergreen tree grown in Africa for thousands of years. This nutrient-rich bark that British scientists have found, yes, you guessed it, cleanses toxic parasites from the prostate. Pygeum africanum root is an extremely potent testosterone and libido booster, raising levels by as much as 83%. It's also been found to be very effective at burning body fat, lowering cholesterol, reducing the risk of heart disease, relieving constipation, and improving overall digestive health. Finally, the bottom of the list was juniper berry. This tropical berry rapidly multiplies white blood cells, which in turn help fight off dangerous parasites found in the body. It's also great for boosting testosterone and libido. One study found that men who consumed this berry had an overall increase in testosterone levels and sex drive by up to 79% in just 4 weeks without medication or lifestyle changes. Juniper berry is also known as nature's miracle hair growth, as it stimulates damaged hair follicles and prevents hair loss. So, needless to say, I was excited to see it on Dr. Hoffman's list. I sat back in my chair feeling like I won the lottery. I had to try this incredible, life-changing recipe straight away, but I quickly ran into a major problem. Finding high-quality suppliers of these exotic superfoods took weeks, then months to arrive, and more time to carefully extract the leaves, pigments, roots, and resins. It cost me over $1,400, and in the end, I was tired and didn't have a day's worth of the recipe. I needed help. So, first thing I thought to do was contact Dr. Hoffman again and see if he can help me. It took some time, but Dr. Hoffman was able to connect me with some of his old colleagues, and after speaking with each one and explaining my story and the research I'd done, I had in total 5 highly specialized and leading scientists from all over the world who agreed to help me. Of the 5 respected and independent scientists eager to work with me, I chose the British doctor, Dr. James Foden, an anti-aging and prostate specialist. He'd worked privately for royalty, top athletes, TV, and Hollywood stars. He was so excited to hear my discovery, greeted me with a firm handshake and a big smile. Your research is 100% correct, he said. Not every man deals with prostate troubles, and we all know those men who are well into their 70s and even 80s who have a healthy prostate. But as soon as you hit your 40s, like clockwork, your prostate starts acting up and your testosterone levels drop. Well, they don't have a secret, and these studies prove the real issue is this prostate parasite floating around in your system, wreaking havoc. That's it. We still don't know where it comes from, but I'm confident in saying any man dealing with prostate issues is dealing with this parasite. Scientists have been tirelessly working since its discovery, wondering if it's even possible for you to get rid of it, but I'm 100% sure you can after reading this recipe and certifying all these double-blind studies, he said. Over the next weeks, Dr. Foden called in favors with top scientists worldwide to discover 3 more unique plants to boost results. First one was recommended by Chief Medical Researcher Professor Conte from Sicily, Italy. He suggested burdock root, found exclusively in the Mongolian region of Northern Asia. The people of Mongolia practically worship burdock root. They call it the heavenly medicine of nature. What makes this root so special is its high concentration of beta-glucan. Beta-glucan is packed with antioxidants, including polyphenols that are renowned for their ability to purify the blood by detoxifying the body of harmful infections and bacteria, reducing the risk of chronic disease and inflammation. Research published by the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism found that beta-glucan also significantly reduces high blood glucose and in turn helps regulate blood sugar levels in people with diabetes. Beta-glucan is also crammed full of ursolic acid, which studies from the University of Iowa and the Public Library of Science show increases in blood flow and alleviates ED in men by up to 73%. The second one was recommended by top research scientist Professor Andrews from the University of North Carolina, a special antioxidant that grows in the Blue Ridge Mountains called golden seal root. Researchers from Yale University found golden seal root helps shrink an enlarged enlarged prostate, no matter how long you've had prostate issues or how severe. Another 2018 study published found 50 to 100 milligrams a day could increase testosterone levels significantly as well. That's why Dr. Hoffman decided to include golden seal root. It's sort of a secret weapon for raising testosterone, especially in men over 40. Lastly, our third unique plant is one we've all probably heard about, which is parsley leaf, a strange little plant originating from the Eastern Mediterranean, popular throughout Europe in the Middle Ages when it was commonly grown in monasteries and royal gardens. Recommended by Dr. Ali from Cairo, Egypt, he told Dr. Hoffman about a little-known study from Egypt that found that parsley leaf helps cleanse the prostate parasite known as microfilaria directly from the body. It also works as a powerful natural diuretic and can help reduce bloating and blood pressure. Parsley is loaded with vitamin K, which helps support bone growth and bone mineral density, keeping your bones strong and healthy. For 6 months, Dr. Hoffman tested over 300 ratios and 8 anti-aging superfoods to discover a single potent combination 4 times more powerful than the original recipe. And when taken at the right time of day, would immediately flush out and detoxify your body, eliminating this parasite, shrinking your prostate in a matter of weeks, and protecting it from future attacks for years to come, while also boosting testosterone and increasing sex drive at the same time. He then sourced and negotiated bulk deals from the most trusted and certified suppliers from around the world to get the very best price. Finally, he worked with a prestigious state-of-the-art manufacturing facility here in the US that was FDA registered and GMP. Good manufacturing practice certified, who agreed to carefully prepare the rare ingredients into a single, safe, and easy to swallow, plant-filled capsule to take every morning. Instead of powders or liquid drops which flood your digestion, causing heartburn and are flushed out before helping, a capsule means an all-day timed release of the potent prostate healing formula even when sleeping. And as soon as they arrived on my doorstep, I got started. I stopped taking all of my prostate meds and all other supplements just as Dr. Hoffman requested. I was extremely skeptical and scared because if this didn't work, I could be right back in the hospital and back having to use a catheter again. After years of struggle, I was cautious about getting overly excited, only to be let down again. But after a few hours, when I felt natural, powerful nutrition flowing through my veins, I knew this was different. The very first night of trying this formula for the first time, and as long as I could remember, I didn't wake up and have the urge to pee once all night. When I got up in the morning, I felt refreshed and rested, and I casually strolled to the bathroom and actually emptied my bladder completely. It was a miracle. As the weeks went on, it got even better. It was like one miracle after another. One of the first things I noticed was my urine flow was stronger than ever, and all of the straining, pushing, and discomfort completely disappeared. Initially, I was worried the effect wouldn't last, but that wasn't the case because with each passing day, my frequent urge to urinate went away, my bladder was being emptied, and I was sleeping better than ever. My energy levels were up, my body was running in tip-top shape, and the best part of all, my libido skyrocketed. And my marriage, which had been struggling because of a lack of intimacy, was injected with a newfound passion, leaving my wife satisfied and putting my confidence level through the roof. As you can imagine, I was in the best mood every single day, and I started enjoying the little things in life again. No more stress, no more anxiety, and I even lost 15 pounds. My friends and family could hardly believe my transformation. It seems so simple now, after believing for years that healing my prostate was a complicated process. All it took was 5 seconds to grab a glass of water and a tiny capsule and get on with my day, stress-free. When my doctor saw me again, he was astonished as he saw this huge smile I had on my face as I told him about this miracle formula. "John, Your prostate is no longer swollen and it's functioning perfectly, he said. All of your tests came back perfect and your testosterone levels have exploded. Not to mention your heart, cholesterol, and blood sugar levels, that of a 20-year-old. Your dopamine levels, the happy hormone, are 40% higher as well, he said. Can you imagine when your doctor tells you the same? How will you feel? Well, neither of us could believe it because after years and years of darkness, I felt like the light had finally been turned on. I had to share the secret with you and every man out there struggling with prostate troubles. But I was quickly informed by my doctor that one person wasn't enough to prove it wouldn't work for every single person out there dealing with prostate issues. So he put a request for volunteers online, and the response was incredible. 3,256 men from ages 35 to 85 signed up, from those with minor prostate troubles to folks with full-blown BPH and severe prostate concerns. We shipped them a few months worth of capsules each and waited, and the results that poured in just weeks later were more incredible than we ever imagined. Every single man had a 200% to 400% increase in urine flow. The constant and frequent urge to urinate disappeared, dribbling stopped, bladders were empty, testosterone levels were raised, and libido skyrocketed. Energy levels climbed, and even hair growth started to come back. They supported new, healthy hearts, blood sugar levels, and cholesterol. Even those who dealt with the most severe cases of BPH saw their prostate shrink, with 96% of all participants reporting their prostate issues were completely gone. Not only that, they were losing belly fat thanks to an increase in metabolism. 87% reported lower cholesterol and blood sugar levels, while others couldn't believe their fatigue, brain fog, and anxiety were gone. One thing was for sure, all of them looked, felt at least 10 years younger, so much that their friends, family, and colleagues were left dumbfounded every time they saw them. They felt freedom for the first time in their lives and were finally living life on their terms without worry. And to think all they had to do was just take a tiny plant-filled capsule every morning with their favorite beverage. Just take a look at some of the Facebook posts and emails we've been getting. Terry Douglas said, "This formula is the only thing that has ever worked for me. I saw all of the 5-star reviews on Google, and I decided I'd give it a shot. I got it in a couple of days, and I started using it every night before bed. Soon after, I could see the results. Now, I'm no longer afraid of public embarrassment. My bladder is functioning perfectly, and my urologist cannot believe how good my prostate looks now. I feel more confident, and finally, I'm able to be more intimate with my wife, which has done wonders for our marriage. Thank you, John." Or take a look at this email John H. sent. John said, "I wanted to try this because I really had no other choice after having a severe reaction to prostate medication. I'm so glad I did, because the results have been better than I could have ever imagined. I only wake up once in the middle of the night, if that, and urgency and frequency are back to normal. This has given me freedom in my life without having to try another risky prescription drug. My family and I are so grateful." Now, you've seen the life-changing results for me and thousands of other men. I want you to experience the same for yourself right now. I'm proud to introduce ActiFlow, the world's first 100% natural solution to flush out and eliminate the deadly prostate parasite known as microfilaria, the newly discovered, scientifically proven root cause of your enlarging prostate and low testosterone levels. Inside every capsule is a bespoke proprietary formula of 8 high-quality exotic nutrients and plants in the exact clinically proven quantities that work on a biological level to cleanse your body of this prostate parasite. So even when you're sleeping or eating potato chips on the couch, you are completely flushing out this parasite and protecting your prostate, boosting testosterone and increasing libido. Unlike over-the-counter meds or alternative medicine that are all designed to mask the symptoms and don't actually work on fixing the underlying issue, ActiFlow is unique. It has no additives, toxins, or non-organic ingredients in it at all. So, it's not tolerance or habit forming. Actiflow is manufactured in the USA at our FDA-registered and GMP-certified facility using state-of-the-art, precision-engineered machinery and under the strictest and most sterile standards. Each ingredient is 100% plant-based, soy-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, and non-GMO, and put through additional third-party inspections and quality control to ensure high purity and potency. Nothing like Actiflow has ever been seen before or will be seen again. Fixing your prostate with Actiflow is so easy, it just takes 5 seconds. Yet it's more effective and long-lasting than any supplement or medication on the planet. And these 8 ingredients don't just completely repair your prostate, they're also great for supporting a healthy heart, lowering cholesterol and blood sugar levels, boosting energy levels, and so much more. Renewing your overall health at the same time. Okay, it's time for you to break free from your prostate prison once and for all, and to live life on your terms again. Close your eyes and imagine that for a second. Imagine strolling to the toilet and within minutes emptying your bladder completely and finally feeling total relief because your urine flow is as strong as a racehorse. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling refreshed and energized because that frequent urge to urinate multiple times every night is gone, never comes back. Imagine no more dribbling or discomfort. Imagine rock hard and lasting erections again because your testosterone levels and libido have skyrocketed. Really, let yourself feel what that would be like. Doesn't it take your breath away? And then tell me, how much would that be worth to never have to suffer through uncomfortable urination ever again, to never burden your family with worries about your health, to feel how much more fun life can be and what you've been missing out on for so long? What would you give for all of this right now? Although my family and closest friends suggested we sell a 30-day supply of Actiflow for $700, cheaper than the $1,200 I personally paid to get just a day's worth of the rare Actiflow ingredients. And although I know everyone who's tried Actiflow would happily pay double that after seeing the results for themselves. For me, Dr. Hoffman, Dr. Foden, and all the other professors and doctors who have worked for months with us on making Actiflow possible, this isn't about money. We know what it's like to feel your health, happiness, and joy for life slip away like sand through your fingers as your prostate health gets worse, wondering why nothing is working. All we want to do is finally take a stand against the deceitful pharmaceutical and supplement companies and to help you and everyone like you. Actiflow has already changed the lives of 44,000 men around the world, and that number is quickly going up as more and more people watch this video. Our target is to make that 1 million, and we want you to be our next success story. And the more affordable we make Actiflow, the more likely we'll reach that goal. This is why we flat out refuse to charge $700, $600, or even $500. You're here putting your trust in us, wanting the absolute best for yourself by saying, yes, I'm ready for the change Actiflow can bring into my life. So, even though I'll soon have to charge $199 for a 30-day supply of Actiflow, you won't have to pay that either. I'm going to make your decision as easy as it is to shrink your prostate with Actiflow. So, limited time only, you can get a massively discounted 30-day supply of Actiflow for a simple one-time fee of just $69. Yes, just $69. The lowest price you'll ever see. But before you order, as you've seen in the studies today, the longer you take these natural ingredients, the more you benefit. So, if you're over 40 years old, Dr. Hoffman recommends you take Actiflow for at least 3 to 5 months, so it has enough time to work throughout your entire body to fully detox this parasite, shrink your prostate, and protect it for years into the future. So, to guarantee lifetime results, I'm going to let you order 3 months or 5 months worth of Actiflow today at an outrageously cheap discount on today's already special low pricing. And if you're smart and order 3 or 5 months supply, you'll also get a very special bonus item worth $129 absolutely free. What is this super special bonus item, you might be wondering? Well, I'm glad you asked, because today is the very first time we're doing this. Introducing ActiStrong. ActiStrong is specifically and uniquely made to work hand in hand with ActiFlow. Every man who wants to be at their best and feel their best needs the right nutrients. ActiStrong is a one-of-a-kind and unique men's daily multivitamin designed to be taken every morning to give you exactly what you need for the day and to keep your body running in tip-top shape. ActiStrong is special and not like other daily multivitamins. Made up of 100% completely all-natural and safe plant-based ingredients like echinacea, spirulina, hawthorn berries, bilberry fruit, cinnamon bark, bacopa root, and pomegranate, all designed to supercharge the effects of ActiFlow by strengthening your immune system, bringing stress levels down, and giving your body the boost it needs to properly absorb the ActiFlow formula. All that and more. Are you ready? I want you to be completely satisfied. So here's the deal. Buy 3 bottles of ActiFlow and we'll gift you the bonus bottle of ActiStrong worth $129 absolutely free. Or better still, buy 5 bottles, our most recommended package, and we'll gift you the free bonus bottle of ActiStrong. Plus, we'll ship the entire package out to you for free as well. Sounds fair? That's how confident we are that you'll love what ActiFlow has in store for you. Look below this video. If ActiFlow is still in stock, you'll see your 3 money-saving options. Do the right thing for your family and loved ones and choose your package to proceed to our 100% encrypted and secure checkout page that looks like this. Fill in your details, confirm your order, and we'll ship it out the same day to your doorstep. No auto ship, no hidden charges, just the safe and secure, one-time, simple fee, and you can also contact our helpful customer service agents to get updates or ask us any questions you may have. Act fast. ActiFlow is only available on the official page and nowhere else. Not Amazon, eBay, not GNC or Walgreens, or if you happen to see ActiFlow on any of those websites, please make sure to report them as fraudulent and fake, because we would never sell ActiFlow through big mainstream corporations. I've removed all middlemen to bring you the best pricing available, but be warned, bottles are selling very, very fast, and we're on the verge of running out of stock. And because we refuse to compromise on the quality of the potent exotic ingredients found in ActiFlow, the price is rising as well. So fast, I'm fighting to keep it low for you. The prices you see now are not guaranteed beyond tonight. And the last thing I want is for you to come back in a few hours and see higher prices or an out of stock sign. That's why 96% of the people order 5 bottles at a time, so they can start repairing their prostate right away and keep it protected for years to come, and secure the best savings in stocking up for themselves and their closest friends and family. I hate to say this, but the clock is ticking. You're here, which means your personal bottles are reserved. But if you close this page, they'll be given to someone else. Don't waste a second more when the solution is right at your fingertips. Claim your discount and choose your package below now. Even though we've received thousands of 5-star reviews on Google already, you're still skeptical. I understand. After all, you've been lied to by big pharma, supplement companies for decades into believing diet, exercise, and medication were your only choice to break free and get relief from your prostate woes. They'll never tell you this quick, easy, 100% natural 5-second switch to target the root cause of enlarged prostate even exists, because you'd never touch another medication or useless supplement again. It's no wonder the supplement industry is spending tens of millions every year to try and hide this from you. So, to prove this bespoke formula works and you're absolutely nothing to worry about, I'm backing your order with our Ironclad 2-month, 60-day money-back guarantee, and that means you decide nothing today. I'm not asking for a yes, just a maybe. Choose your package below, make your order, and then you've up to 60 days to decide, which is plenty of time to start seeing your prostate repaired, and once it starts, you'll be hooked. Test drive Actiflow out for yourself now for a whole 2 months risk-free. And if you don't experience a huge difference in your prostate health, if you don't see testosterone and libido levels raised, if you don't feel overflowing with energy and enthusiasm as you start living life with freedom again, or your cholesterol and blood sugar levels don't start dropping and your bathroom trips don't start becoming easy and stress-free, and even if you use up every bottle and still aren't happy, then I don't want your money. All you need to do is contact us within 60 days. You'll get every cent back. I know this sounds crazy, but that's how much I believe in this solution. I cannot do fairer than that, and all you need to do to claim your discount and take advantage of this amazing risk-free deal is choose your package below right now and take back control over your prostate to become the new you. This is John Thompson. God bless.